with the statement from Coach Barnes?
I think this is a good win for us. We're not back in McHale for a while, so we didn't start the game off really sharp from the beginning, but I thought after that, this was a really good team win. Marist is a great, like a well-coached team. They're a tournament team. Their coach has been there 20 years. He runs a lot of good stuff that's difficult to guard, so I thought we did a really good job of sticking with it and making some really big plays, and we were able to play our whole team. So I think a very good team win.
Bendu, she just seems to have really picked it up this year. Was she still coming back from injury last year? Was that still happening to her, or is it just work that's...
I think it was a little bit, especially in the beginning. But I think as the season progressed, she got better. But I think she's just coming into a significant role, and she's worked to improve. So I think that she's worked on her shot, she's worked on her handles, and she's playing with a lot of confidence. She's playing at a really high level. I believe last year people didn't guard her because they didn't really have to, but you got to guard her this year. I don't know what her overall percentage is right now, but I mean, today I think she was 3 for 3. Or was she one? Oh no, where's she been? 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. So, and I think her shooting the ball helps us that much more because she's a great defender. So when she can do both, it gives us a lot. And I think she's playing with fire, confidence. She's sparking us on offense and on defense right now, so she's doing an incredible job. I'm really proud of her. Her improvement, it's evident. So she's great.
Can you talk about Shaina Pellington? She went had 7 points today, 4 assists, and I believe all 7 in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think Shaina's in 1 turnover. So as a point guard, to run the team, have 4 assists, 1 turnover, that's an incredible ratio. And played some really good full court defense. She's pressing the whole game. So Shaina's running us well. I didn't care about her shot not falling before. I just told her stick with it, keep on shooting, and they'll fall. And it's falling now. She's been putting the work in, and I believe in her. She's worked hard. She went to the Olympics. She played in the World Championship, and she played at a really high level. So I didn't care that she was in what you call a slump. I didn't think it was a slump. She thought it was a slump, but she broke out of it today, and this will help her be more confident. So her being able to knock down those shots, it helps our team because she's another great defender. So then when you can score, it makes her really hard to guard. But she's doing a really good job of running our team, like bringing all the attention to the paint and finding shooters, and that's what she's supposed to do as a point guard. So I'm happy with how she's playing.
In the second quarter, you used a lineup, and then you brought in Coy. But it was like Kate, Sam, Bendu, was it Nettie for a while, I think? And you got a lot of defensive. The defense went up in intensity.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a sort of a grouping that we'll probably see more of?
Yeah, because if you see, Nettie's a freshman. She needs to get experience. And I think, giving her these minutes is very valuable for us long term. And I think if you see Nettie, her hops, she runs the floor. Her and Lauren were playing phenomenal post defense, and they were guarding guards. So I think Nettie's future is really bright, and I've been saying that. She's going to be the surprise that everybody's going to be like, wow, you said she was good. And she wasn't even heavily recruited. Nettie is going to be a very good player, as long as she keeps on working at the level she's doing. But the experience is valuable. I think that, even just getting Gisela those minutes, sometimes just figuring out, because Lauren and Kate are playing so well, trying to get Gisela as a freshman those minutes, but she's a spark. She makes good defensive plays. She can score. She's a great passer from the 4, and she's 6'4". That's what people don't realize. She's a 6'4" guard post, and I think she's also going to be really good. And Anna Gret is a talented player. Right now it's been hard to find minutes, but she's learning a whole new system. She's going to be a good player too. So I think, we have a deep team, and I think finding minutes is sometimes challenging in combinations that work, because sometimes it's hard to play, 2 5s together or 2 small posts. So just figuring out those combinations, I think our rotation today was a little bit better. And, they were playing well. I think at times we saw everybody on the floor touch the ball before we got a shot. That's beautiful offense, and that's the kind of offense I want us to have. I don't want us to take contested shots. So getting, did I answer your question? I don't remember the question. Getting Nettie, what was your question again?
My question actually was, there was a lineup that you used. There were 5, and then you brought in Coy and everything.
Yeah.
Is that a grouping that you might use more?
Yeah, I think all the groupings you saw there are groupings I might use. Koi played today the 3 and the 4. I had only been playing her at the 3 because we have a lot of good post players too. But Koi is coming into her own. I think today's you'll see a jump in her play. But we all know Koi can score. I think the challenge for her here is our defensive intensity and how we play. But she has the ability to do it, and it's just learning how to be consistent with it, and she's committed to doing that. So I think that's why you're seeing her better defensively. She had 4 steals, going in stronger, and she's doing those things. So I think you're going to see her continue to play better and better once she gets more comfortable. Very similar to the track that we saw Trinity take last year. She it was small, then she was like, crucial for us down the stretch. So I think you'll see Koi in the same fashion.
Can you talk about the versatility, like you mentioned, your post players cover, defending guards, and then you see Kate taking the ball full court, and Lauren hitting the 2 3-pointers. Just talk about what that versatility means.
So the versatility is extremely important. I like players to play inside out. You even saw Araya take a 3. I don't think she ever attempted a 3 in her career before today, but I like that. That's what she works on. She has a good shot. So I'm not going to tell her not to shoot that. I'm going to tell her to shoot that. I think it's great, and I think that she's in better if she can shoot that because we already know she's strong inside. So that's something we've been working with her on. I always think work on your bright spots and do other things. Lauren has improved tremendously defensively on the perimeter. She's a great communicator. She's in the right spot. She's blocking shots. She's trapping like fast guards. So Lauren's playing great defense. And Lauren and Nettie tonight were phenomenal defensively. Nettie is learning everything new. Nettie has never played this type of defense. Nettie only ran to the paint. In high school, it was like, go paint, like that's all. So now she's trapping, she's denying. It's a completely different style, and it's all new. So I'm proud of like the way she was playing defense. She's committed to it, and she looked great defensively against versatile post players. Kate's improved defensively tremendously, even from last year. She's guarding the ball, she's pressuring, she's trapping at a high level. And then Araya controls the boards inside. We have Araya trapping, plugging, doing things she's never done. She was always deep plugging in the past. So I think when you have that, then you bring in Gisela. Gisela's a guard, like she can play the 3 and the 4. So that versatility enables us to play different and match up differently against teams. So if a team is bigger and stronger, we can go big. If a team is more versatile, we can play more guard-like posts. We can play Lauren and Kate, together where they both shoot the 3. So I think you become more dangerous and less predictable. Because right now on roll rise, you got to guard Lauren from the 3 and you got to guard Kate, so it's hard to double. And if we have Bendu shooting the way she does, and we bring in Maddie or Helena, you can't really help off people. So our posts will have one-on-one. We've never had that. We've always had, congestion in the paint. And today, Maris really congested the paint. That they play pack line, so we were able to hit shots later. And our team did a really good job of. They understand role, or they're starting to understand roles. Maddie comes in, and you saw people making the extra pass. Bendu had a layup. She hit Maddie for a 3. Helena skips the ball to Maddie for a 3. So I think we're understanding who does what and like what ignites us. When Nettie came in, she was hot. They were seeking her out, and that's the unselfish basketball that I want. I love the way we're playing, and we're just gonna get better.
So this trip coming up, Thanksgiving week, you guys are going to St. Thomas. How much does that help a team playing 3 games in 3 days preparing for the tournament?
Well, it's good for us because we have 15 players. So last year I'd been like, oh, that's hard, because when you don't have a lot of depth. It prepares us for the Pac-12 tournament, for the NCAA tournament. It also is good because we're playing completely different types of teams. Vanderbilt has a new coach, a friend of mine who's a good coach. Then we can play against a super aggressive defensive style, just like ours with Rutgers. And then DePaul's a 3-point shooting, high octane offense. So those are 3 teams that are really different and good preparation for us going into the Pac-12. And then, they're 4 games on the road. So we'll go 3 games in St. Thomas, and then we'll come back and go to Riverside. So it's a good little stretch to test, what we're made of and how we're going to be. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the players to get the chance to experience St. Thomas. I've never been there. I think it's going to be fun and do some fun stuff with them, grow our chemistry and our cohesiveness. And, then I think that only helps us get better. So I think we'll get better in every way.
This is kind of I mean, I guess it's kind of on topic. I was wondering if you guys have any plans for Thanksgiving? Like, do you plan on celebrating as a team?
I don't even know because I don't do the schedule, so I just go with the flow. I'm sure we're doing like a dinner or something. I'm not sure, but we're doing something. I'm sure. We're not just gonna not do anything, but I do know what that is. I don't know what the options are in St. Thomas. I just know the food's really expensive, so it better be good. Here's the an island, so it's crazy. I saw the prices. I was like, ooh, that'd be some good food.
So obviously a holiday normally celebrated with family. Is your family going, or is
Yeah.
this is kind of your separate family away from family? So,
So
how does it feel?
It is my separate family, but no, my family is going. I don't leave my family because we don't have family here. So if I had like parents here, grandparents, but we don't feel comfortable leaving our kids with people for multiple days. It's like 5 days, so I would never do that. I might have to one day, but not now, because she's only a year old, and Mateo's only 6. So they will be coming, which should be interesting. It's a long flight. It's pretty far, so we're gonna see. And Capri hasn't really been out a whole lot. Like I was thinking the other day, she's never met another baby, which is sad. That's like the COVID life. She's never like played with another kid her age.
It is a long flight. So we were talking to the athletes before. What are you going to do on the plane? It's a long flight.
I'm gonna be pretty busy because with the kids, any flight feels long. Like we can go to California. I feel like I went to Europe. So it's just entertaining. We don't really give him a lot of like iPads, and we don't do iPads and TV and stuff. Rarely. So he will have a lot of iPad and a lot of screen time on the flight, unfortunately. And then Capri will just hopefully nap and not cry. So we'll see. But she's probably been on like 10 flights, but they've just been like, just our team. So flying commercial with a surge in COVID is just kind of scary because she doesn't wear a mask. So that's, that's kind of, we're not at ease, but at least there's a few of us so we can kind of barricade her. So.
So tonight, with the Kleenexes, Lean Strong.
Did you guys all break a Kleenex? Oh, no? Come on, guys. Okay.
6,700 people came on a night when other U of A teams are playing.
Yeah.
So for you, what does that mean to you that people came out? It seems like you got plenty of
I think we got
Kleenex
over
boxes.
5,000.
It looks like that.
We got a lot, and we're still in. It's funny because a whole bunch of people are shipping them on Monday. So I think Monday our office is going to be full already. Our little front area of the office already has like 100 boxes. So I don't care though. I just didn't know where to tell people when they were like shipping it. So on Twitter, I just put our address. Like I didn't have a plan. I just was happy that they were sending it. So I didn't even think about that. So we might have a lot, but I think the more the merrier. Alina was able to FaceTime in, and then like our team spoke with him just now in the locker room. So I think it's just a special thing. It wasn't about the number. We could have gotten 1,000, and that's 1,000 more people that he touched. So I didn't really care about that. He said 5,000. Well, first he said 1,000, and I was like, Lino, come on, I'm better. I can help you more than that. And then he said 5. I said, that's more like it. But then I was kind of freaking out because I didn't want to get less than 5,000 if we said it. But then at the end of the day, I thought about it. I said, well, if we got 1,000, it's 1,000 more. So it was more just to make him happy. And he's fighting. And I think what touched my heart was that I asked everybody last second, and I know that's not easy. And to see the amount that we got and that people cared, and they don't know him. They just know the story that I told. That was more meaningful because I just am appreciative, and that's this community. And it's something I wanted to do in the time when we know we can do it. And I was so happy. I didn't want to say it on the Jumbotron or talk because it's just emotional. It's a hard thing. But I'm just glad we did it. And the shirts, we don't usually wear cotton shirts on the sideline, but it was worth it. And I think it's meaningful. And his family was here. His nurses were here, a big section. They had the signs. A friend of mine, Ryan Volan, thank God for him, he was able to print the shirts in like a half a day, and he made a sign. So I think everybody came together and enabled it to happen. So I love that, and I'm so appreciative.
PJ asked that question. That's what it was.
All right.
Do we know yet how many boxes?
No, they didn't count them.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
And I don't even know
Once we
who's
find
counting
out,
them.
we'll send it up.
It happened so fast, like I didn't have a plan. I just kind of like said, okay, we're doing this. And like, if someone said, oh, we don't know how to, I was going to go myself and put boxes on. I didn't care. There was no plan. It was like an emotional thing. And I was like, I'll do it. Like it didn't matter. I was going to find a way. And if we didn't have them, I was going to buy them myself. So I didn't care. So I don't even know who's collecting them. I don't know. I think they figured it out, but I kind of just said, okay, we're doing this. Everybody's like, huh? What? Yeah, okay. So, but the fact that that's who we are, like the fact that we're able to do that, it wasn't a thing. People were more than happy to do it. That's Tucson. That's Arizona women's basketball. That's what we're about. And I think that's what makes this place special. It's not all the other things, right? So.
All right, one more question for Coach Barnes.
All right, so this is going to be a super random question, but what are your thoughts on the NIL and stuff for the student athletes?
I think it's great. I wish I had NIL when I was playing. I think it needs to happen. It needed to happen. I don't think there's a problem with paying athletes for their likeness. I think that a lot of athletes make millions of dollars for the school. So I think that you should leave college with something. I had different views years ago until I was like, wow, I started to think like I was pretty a forward thinker and like, what am I going to do? Planning this, kind of thinking ahead. And it was still hard to make the transition. So when I think about male athletes and that like all have aspirations and all think they're going pro, you leave college with nothing. Like I was different in college. I left for like $2,000, but I was like frugal and I had a plan, but no one does that. And I think you should leave college with something. I know you are getting a free education for sure, like they are, but you can't work. The demands are intense. It is not easy. It's a blessing and it's a privilege for sure, but I think that if you can make money running a camp, you should be able to. If you can sell a shirt or create a business, why not? I think those things should happen. If you want to do lessons for a kid and make the money, I think it's good. Just like if you were able to work outside, you should be able to. So I'm all for it. I think that how the fans can support our student athletes is through Dime. Because Dime, it's a $5 subscription per month. And the athletes, their goal is to get like 3,000 subscribers. And I mean, all of us have charges on our accounts for $5 that we don't even know. I think $10 is a lot because that's like Netflix and all that stuff. $10 charges are annoying because you're like $10 every month. I say that about iTunes every month. But like how many $5 charges? I don't think that really touches you. So that's a huge way that's going to be big at Arizona because we're one of the few schools that has done something like that. So I think Dime's going to end up being big. And I think it's going to make athletes like $20,000 a year. But if you can leave college with like $20,000, at least you have something to start you off. I mean, you leave college, you have no money. You've never worked, you've never done anything else. So I left college, I had never had a job. I had no idea what I wanted to do because I had never done anything else. I played basketball my whole career. And then like it ends, and I happen to go pro, but like that's 1%. So, and everybody thinks they're going pro, and they all think they have a chance, especially guys. If you ask guys, they all think they're going pro. And they could not play, and they still think they're going pro. But you don't have any other plan, and you don't know what to pursue. So I think that just gives you a nest egg if you're smart, and it just gives you something to start. I mean, if it's $20,000, you could start and like take time to look for a job or buy clothes for a job. When you leave with nothing, you don't have money. A lot of these kids don't have a family to go to. They don't have, their situations are different. So they don't have like resources and network, and we do a lot of stuff for the student athletes in college. So I'm all for it, and I'm trying to help them create more opportunities.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, you guys.
For the student athletes, to get us started.
So the first quarter or so, they were kind of keeping up with you. What do you guys do to kind of turn it around?
I think we just picked up the intensity. We talked about it like on the first time out, like we need to pick up our energy, come in with more fight. We made some adjustments defensively as well, so I think that kind of helped us.
Troy?
The first quarter, you guys shot 30% from the field, and then the rest of the game, you were able to end it with 47% shooting. What was the turnaround there offensively?
I think we kind of just got used to their defense. They play a defense like Stanford, Oregon State. They more sag in the key. They're making us shoot, so you feel open when you're supposed to be open, or you're open and you take that first shot in the shot clock, so it kind of messes with your rhythm. So I think we kind of realized it, found our way, got to get lower into the shot clock, take the shots we wanted, reverse the ball a few times.
Sam, you guys had a bunch of three-pointers from like the corner. It was like this one spot in the second half. Was it designed to go to that spot, or did you guys just find yourselves open in that area?
I think because they were doubling, they usually doubled from the far side corner, and so we made the adjustment. And so every time we had the ball, we saw them doubling in the post, usually from the opposite corner. So we made a few passes, skipped it, and they were late on the rotation. So we were able to get those corners.
Either one of you, Lauren had 2 3-pointers, and Kate took it coast to coast. Can you just talk about that versatility you guys have with your bigs like that?
I think the versatility we have is great. You know, it helps us offensively, even defensively. Like, they're able to take the ball the length of the floor. They're able to shoot the ball very well, which is going to help us a lot, especially when we play in the Pac-12, when we're playing against players that are versatile like that as well. The post players have been working really hard in practice. They challenge each other every day. So I'm not surprised about, how well they're doing right now. They're very talented and they're very skilled. So.
Lauren shooting the 3-pointers, that's something that you guys design in practice also with her taking that shot?
I wouldn't say it's a design. It's just something that she does. She's a very good shooter. She works on her shot every day. It's expected of her.
So this is a random question, but what are your thoughts on the NIL?
I think it's awesome. I mean, I love it. I think a lot of student athletes love it. We have a great program here, Arizona Edge, that really helps us get a feel for what it is, the opportunities we're allowed to have, and it makes you feel safe so you don't get scanned by anyone or get in a contract you don't want to get into. So I really love it. If you know how to work with it and deal with it, connect with the right people, and you have a school that supports you, then I think it could be really beneficial.
Yeah, in the second quarter, you guys had a lineup out there that was really intense on defense. And you got a bunch of steals, and then consequently, you scored a lot and you extended your lead. What was it with that lineup that sort of, Bendu was doing things and you, Sam? What do you think it was about that mix of people?
I just think we were just ready defensively. I mean, she likes to have defense lineup sometimes, shooting lineup. So I think that lineup did what they were supposed to do. We came in, pressured the ball, trapped when we were supposed to. We kind of changed our trap a little bit, which I think got to them a little bit, tried to make someone else, the number 3, handle the ball. So I think just doing that disrupted them a little bit, and then we kind of kicked it in with ourselves, got our energy up, and, defense leads to offense. That was able to help us.
Shaina, your backcourt mate, Bendu, what are you seeing that's different about her this year? She seems a lot more aggressive to me. What are you seeing from her?
Exactly that. I think she's being more aggressive. We've all worked this summer just on different things that we knew we needed to work on. She's, making right decisions. She's passing the ball well. She's just playing really well at a high level right now. So.
Shaina, that third quarter, I believe you scored all 7 of your points, and you had 4 assists on the night. What were you seeing out there on the floor?
I think the game's kind of just slowed down for me. I just need to take a breath. I think it was really great for me to hit those shots, get my confidence up, and use my abilities to my use, because I have worked this entire summer on different things. It's just you need to build confidence. So hitting those shots really helped me.
So this week now you go to St. Thomas. So I know, on the court you got some stuff to do, but you're going to have plenty of time off the court. Have either of you been to St. Thomas before, and what are you looking forward to have fun this week?
I personally have never been to St. Thomas. The only place I've ever been actually travel with this program is Hawaii, so very excited to get somewhere else playing a tournament. I'm excited to just, be with the team, enjoy the beach, hopefully win all 3 games. That's the goal, so we're going to focus on that. But just enjoy the time with my teammates. My parents are coming out, so very excited.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'm really excited. I've never traveled with these group of ladies, so it should be fun, I guess. I don't know. I think we're gonna have a good time there. Relax a little bit, but also play, at a high level and play against some good teams there. So it'll be good for us.
So it's obviously over Thanksgiving week, which is a little bit different. So how do you guys feel about traveling and also being with maybe not your family, or in your case, your family in a different location?
I mean, I love my family, but going to St. Thomas is a little nicer than being home, you know. So I love my family, but glad we can travel a little bit. I feel like we would be gone anyways for Thanksgiving, so rather Virgin Islands.
So, Sam, how does this trip prepare a team for the tournament, having to play 3 games in 3 days?
I think tremendously. It's exactly how the tournament basically is. And we're playing some pretty good teams out there in the islands. It's not going to be some cakewalk, so we can't relax too much. So I think just knowing the preparation, how mentally you have to be ready, physically you have to be ready, get the right amount of sleep, eat the right things, you know your scout for the different teams. So it's all kind of short and compact. So I think just having that and having this tournament as before the NCAA tournament, hopefully if we get there, then it'll really prepare us well.
One more question for student athletes in the front.
It's a long plane ride, am I right? So what are you guys planning to do on the plane, just out of curiosity?
I honestly didn't know. I don't know how long the plane ride is, so that's good to know. Probably download a lot of Netflix shows, sleep, eat, and some more sleep. That's it.
Same. Download Netflix. I think we're leaving at like 2 a.m. on Tuesday morning to go, so probably not going to sleep the night before, and then just hope to sleep all through the plane.
You might play some games.
What games?
Uno or something?
No.
Oh.
Among Us. I'll play Among Us.
I'll play that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.